Okay, this one got me.
So
Sorry.
if you're like me, you love playing Guild Wars 2, but you had to
I
spend
think
quite a
so.
lot of time learning some of the tricks, the tips, the shortcuts that
Okay.
weren't necessarily apparent when you're first playing the game. And that's where I come in. I'm going to show you all the things.
Can someone tell me, first of all, sorry, can someone tell me why don't I have gliding? Like, let me show you. Let me show you. Like, this is me, okay? And I'm just going to glide. How did you like that? That was pretty impressive, wasn't it? Let me glide to Jesus. Oh, there you go. Like, so what am I missing here? Like, I see everyone gliding and just infuriating that I can't. Like, what do I do? Like, I bet I have the same space in the keyboard as everyone else, and I'm pressing it triple, quadruple times, and it still won't let me glide. So
Wish I knew when I first started playing Guild
Okay.
Wars 2. Here we go. First and foremost,
Go for
right
it.
out the gate, probably the most important thing
Yes.
that you could know if you take anything away from this video is that you can trial.
I appreciate the coffee in the background very much. Are you guys big coffee drinkers? Because I'm a coffee connoisseur, by the way, and I'm very very particular about how I drink my coffee.
Every single class and specialization that your account has active to it. Every single one. And you don't have to go all the way to max level. You don't have to do that.
One second. I feel like I missed the important bit. Like, what did he say?
Here we go. First and foremost, right out the gate, probably the most important thing that you could know if you take anything away from this video is that you can trial every single class and specialization that your account has active to.
That's
every
true.
single one.
That's
And
actually true.
you don't have to go all the way to max level. You don't have to do that grind. You can see what the class looks like, what the profession plays like, the elite specializations, and make a decision if that's the class that you want to play. So you create a character and you finish the initial tutorial. As soon as you hit level 2, you'll gain access to this tab right here, which is the PvP tab.
So actually I can expand on that because I know where he's going with it. You can go to PvP. That's where your character gets leveled up to 80, so everyone's even when they fight. That's fine. That's great. But one thing I learned as a newbie, I can actually add to that, and I'm pretty proud of it. When you buy an expansion, so yes, you gotta spend money. But I mean, is as is, isn't it? So when you spend money and you get the item for 80 level boost, you can actually use that item, right? And try out the class before making the boost permanent. Right? So you literally boost the character up to 80, smash them shits, and if you don't like it, you revert that boost and send it over to another class that you like to play. And you just trial them that way too. And and then that way you can play with the class in a more like open world environment rather than a PvP system, because it's a bit different, right? Like you own them all. What do you mean you own them all? Like you so when you go to PvP, you kill everyone? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that you own all the classes on your account? How many characters do you have, dude? Like, didn't you just say that you're new? Let me go back. I bet you just said you're a new player. 1 second. I will quote you, man. Okay, so that was... 1 second. This is where you admitted you... Yeah, so... Oh, I'm new, yeah, but I was smart and... Okay, yeah, of course, you have, 9,000 IQ easily. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, all the experience, I'm new, yes, but I was smart and brought them. That's good. No, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm saying that boost is quite helpful. I haven't used the boost because I want to get into the game from the ground up and actually remind myself what's going on. But yeah, it's a good strategy, I think, if someone is, a bit uncertain. But I mean, yeah, warrior for me every time.
Tab. You press this button that says enter the heart of the mists. When you enter the heart of the mist, you are automatically boosted to max level, and you have access to every single skill and specialization that profession has.
Jeez,
this
Norns
means you
are
can mess
huge.
around with different builds. You could see what different weapons.
I have not either, because that would be stupid for a new player like me that I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be stupid. It would just mean that you have to backtrack. yeah, I guess you would either have to backtrack all the progress anyway to learn, but it would be difficult because you would have all that overwhelm of features and availability, and you would have to rely on external builds to make any sense out of it. So yeah, essentially you would be making your life more difficult, but it would give you access to the end game if that's all you want. Yeah, but I'm glad you went with the leveling route. I feel like leveling is a huge part in MMORPGs, like definitely a huge part, and I don't think you should skip it. Like in a previous video, sorry, 2 videos back, the author of the video said that, you know, open world exploration is boring, and she quoted World of Warcraft, and I actually don't think that's true. Like open world exploration in MMORPG is exactly what makes the game great. Like going from town to town, seeing how scenery changes, meeting other people, like it's fantastic. And I feel like when you skip that whole part of the game and jump straight into the end game, you're doing yourself the service. It just you're not getting the value out of the game, I feel like, unless all you want is hardcore end game. But if you're a new player, you can't be a good end gamer if you haven't built that foundation throughout the world exploration. That's at least my take on it. Yeah, leveling a bit slower. I feel like characters right now level much faster than they used to back in the day when the game started. So I think, yeah, I mean, I'm level 29 after playing like 2 minutes. So it's so quick. I find open world explorations are fun. The streamers which skips those seem like some boring ones. Well, I guess you can look at that from their perspective as well. So imagine a streamer that has played this game for 10 years and they know every cranny and nookie of every map. Like going through that for 11th time is probably boring. And if look, here's one thing: if streamer doesn't enjoy what they do, you won't enjoy it either. So sometimes they might be doing you a favor by skipping to the content they enjoy, because that will make your experience with their stream a better experience. Basically, that's how I see it. But in any case, if you like leveling and exploration, you'll get a lot of it from me, 100%. Because I'm level 29. John is the same, so we have a long way to go, and we're only talking about the core game, and there are like 4 expansions now, and lots of living the story, the plot that you have to buy in episodes. We haven't played any of that either, and like we've done only some basics fractals back in the day, so we have so much game to explore. We can't possibly cover all of that in 1 year, let alone like now or whatever. So it's really, oof. I mean, I'm so hyped for the journey, really, and I'm glad to have you all with us. That's awesome, because I think when you share experience, it's just so much better overall for everyone.
Styles look like. You can find out if that's the profession that you really want to commit with. Now, this is important too, because the profession that you are playing the game through, the profession that you're playing Guild Wars 2 with, is in a sense a lens of which you are viewing this game. And you're going to have a far better time playing the game if you play a class that you like. And more importantly, this means that you don't have to max level everything and then go through the arduous journey of getting all the hero points for each specialization to find out if that's the one that you want to play. Just enter the Heart of the Mists and mess around with the builds. See if it's what you like. This is probably the most important thing that I would recommend.
I think like it's a good advice, but just keep in mind that PvP won't give you the same experience. Like you can't, for example, in PvP you can't experience AoE like you would with mobs. No, like, so if 4 mobs attack you in Queensdale, it's completely different experience to when you get gangbanged in PvP. So I guess you can get a sense of how things move, but it's just you know what I'm saying. I don't like PvP. I think like Okay, can you elaborate why you don't like PvP? Can you tell me like what's the reason behind it? What do you think that is?
For any new player. It's just trial the classes, trial what you have, and see if that's something that you're gonna like. The second one you probably already know, but I still feel like it's important because there might be someone out there who doesn't.
Okay.
But this button right here
Yes.
is your saving grace. This button right here is
Oh my god, I wish all games had it. Like fuck me. Okay, let me show you that. You literally have entire thread on World of Warcraft community forum complaining about inventory is full. Like this is the most heard sound line, voice line from a character when you play the game. Inventory is full. Inventory is full. I can't keep it. I can't pick it anymore. Inventory. Literally, this is your screen all the fucking time, man. It's crazy. And yeah, I mean, you have to have some kind of bag limit. I get it, but in Guild Wars 2, most of the time you can solve it by just clicking deposit all mats. In WoW, I guess you can find the nearest mailbox and send it over to your old, but just not the same. It's too stressful for me and overwhelming too. Yeah, I get that. Joanna gets the same way. It feels the same way. Like she doesn't like PvP. Like get this, okay? She's not listening. Okay, I think so. So, in World of Warcraft, we played on a PvP server, and there were times where we would run together, and an enemy, a player, would attack us. And she wouldn't fight back. It goes to that extent. Like she would just let the keyboard go, let the enemy kill her or me protect her, but she wouldn't participate at all. That's the level of reluctancy that she has towards like it's just crazy to me. But I learned to like PvP. I feel I feel what you're saying. So I would always get this shot of adrenaline, of this higher heart rate when I got into the conflict with another player. 100% every fucking time, and it would put me off because I didn't want to feel pressured and stressed about the game. Like, I mean, it's a fucking game, right? You're here to have fun. But I learned to embrace that adrenaline and actually make my focus sharper and actually fight back. It's like speaking on a stage, you know? You can never let fear go. Like, fear follows the most the most what you call it, the best speakers, right? The most proficient speakers in the world. They still get that sense of fear and anxiety before going on stage, but they learn to live with it. They learn to use it as a fuel. And I feel like I've come to the same point with my conflict handling, you know? So Guild Wars 2 seems smarter than World of Warcraft right there about inventory. Yes, it does. It's crazy. Like the other video, the guy opened inventory and he had like 12 bucks on the left hand side, and that sort of added up to about 100 or over slots of inventory. I'm like, dude, look, that's my inventory. He had all those items up to the bottom. It's crazy. You can't even know what you're doing. This is just too much. So yeah, I mean, fuck. I would have been the same there. I would just be killed. Yeah, that's what I mean. And so you have to decide. Would you rather play a victim and immediately resort to defeatism, like just let it go, get killed, or fight back and still die, but then learn something from that experience, and the next time you have to battle, you're just better than you had been, right? and it's like a iterative process to learn a skill. I don't know. That's how I look at it. But I'm usually an extremely competitive person, and it hurts my very soul to let someone win. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to fucking show them who's the boss, even though I know I can't. I after it's done, I know I did my best. But it's just my nature, and it's fine. It's totally fine if you don't want to do PvP. It's okay. In fact, I don't think the game should be about PvP at all. Like, certainly Guild Wars 2 isn't. Guild Wars 1 was, and you wouldn't have enjoyed it if that's the case. But Guild Wars 2 is just chill, really chill. No one can kill you in the open world, which is crazy. Like, I don't know any other game that does that.
Absolute godsend. It literally improves every single person's OCD mentality. Honestly, 100%.
Yeah.
And that button is the deposit crafting materials button. It's in your inventory bag. You press I, you can find that button, you press it. It takes all the crafting material that is
awesome.
in your bag.
I don't think they had it before when I
bag.
played the game.
We're not quite sure on the process, but it does it anyway, and it's pretty awesome. This saves you so much time because now you don't have to go back to a town or a city that has a bank, deposit all of your materials, and then come all the way
leave
back.
the bird alone,
just press
man.
the button, poof, it's all gone.
Busted.
Now this becomes even more important when you are talking about salvaging items or harvesting materials like nodes of iron or
I know. I mean,
or
farming all of that just crazy. It takes up your bag immediately, man. Okay, what's next?
Kind of brought on the perception of other MMOs and the way that they have impacted my view of Guild Wars 2
Spasiba.
before actually getting involved in Guild Wars 2. Specifically, the gear treadmill. The feared gear treadmill. Everyone hates having to get all these different pieces of gear and work really hard for that slight 1% increase that's going to help you push the next boss. And
hey, can someone tell me, by the way, quickly before I forget, what's this? You can't see because of the play bar, but in the left bottom corner there is this number 145, and I see people leveling that up. What does it do? How that benefits me? Like, do you get a point every time you go full bar with experience? How does it make me better? Is that the currency? Like, can you take me through that system a bit? I would really. I think it's the mastery level. Yeah, okay. We can call it, cock level or whatever you like, but just like, what does it do? Because I'm sure it has purpose.
Well, you don't have to worry about that here. Okay. And I lead this to say is I wish I knew sooner here in Guild Wars 2 that exotic gear, which is the tier right below legendary and ascended, exotic gear is about 95% of the damage, we'll say stat value. Those. Okay.
Well, now I know what I have to do. Hon, do you have any exotic gear? Oh, because I don't know if exotic gear is only for max level or can you get it earlier. But my furry warrior is all exotic. I think I even have one ascended. So it's I'm quite proud of that. But I played the game a lot back in the day. But now the gear is, I think it's shit. I think so. I don't know.
Top tier items, and you don't have to work as hard for that. I promise you, nobody in any World v World group, in any strike mission group, or maybe raid, we'll see how that goes, is really going to care about if you have exotic versus ascended. Now, I will make a note that fractals, which are the kind of like instanced dungeons that get scalably more difficult, they do rely heavily on at least ascended gear. There is kind of a drop off for that.
That's a good tip.
And the only reason being that is because of agony. Because
okay,
agony...
one second. Hold up. Proszę ciebie. How do I get ascended gear? So, like, because exotic gear, I don't know, I just got it, okay? I just logged in after 8 years and it was there, okay? So maybe you just have to not play enough and you get it. But ascended gear, all the pink shit, how do you, like, is that still crafting? Can you get the gear in any other way than crafting, or is it like crafting only? Like, I should have probably googled that up, but
is
crazy.
this compounding factor that deals
He
more
farmed
damage
it.
if you don't have resistance, and the only way to fight it is by having ascended gear that you could slot agony
Okay.
resistance in.
Okay.
That is the only note.
Oh yeah,
Everything
there was
else, every
agony.
other piece
I
of
remember that
content,
debuff.
It doesn't really matter. If you have exotic, you are good to go. You are, in the sense, a top tier raider ready to attack. When
Really?
I first hit max level, I spent so much time worrying about getting ascended and legendary gear that I didn't even
this looks
bother to
quite
think
right.
about exotic
He looks
gear.
like
I could have
Jedi.
just gotten the exotic gear and called it a day.
Oh, Sith. Sorry.
I didn't realize
Not
that.
Jedi.
And for those of you who may be new, Ascended and Legendary share the same exact stat value. The only real difference
Okay.
is that Ascended, when you choose that particular gear stat,
Okay.
it stays that way permanently. That's how it will be. You can change it in the Mystic Forge, but it's kind of expensive and annoying. Legendary gear is the exact same stat level. It does the same thing, except it is interchangeable, and essentially you can take all the add-ons that you put into it, including sigils, including runes.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Huh. So why would you want to change stats in an item then? I mean, like the item is so okay, let me get this straight, okay? So the item is soulbound, right? And if item is soulbound, I play certain style, like I got this weapon that I love and the build that I love, and I only need stats that I need. Like, why would you want to swap stats in an item then? Like, what's the incentive behind it? Just maybe legendary isn't soulbound and you can fuck it off to another character. Is that the case? Like, why would you want to swap stats in an item? I just don't get it. Is that I never see that before in any other game. So I just wonder what's the benefit to it.
In fusion pieces, they all get saved. That's the major difference. Real quick, down in the comment section below, tell me what is something that you wish you knew sooner about Guild Wars 2. I'm curious to hear. If I've gone through all of these thus far and you kind of already knew this, and you're a new player, I'm sorry for wasting your time, but this is definitely something that you didn't know, and this is something I wish I knew early, which was the wiki. The Guild Wars 2 Wikipedia. It's just called the wiki.
No, dude. It's called Google. You just Google. Okay.
You can literally press /wiki and get this entire plethora of information that you can see and you can read and you can understand everything about the game. You can learn about skills. You can learn about quests. You can learn about renowned hearts. You could learn about...
I mean... I have second screen with Google opened. You know what I mean? Like, just yeah. Like, I would never type in /wiki. Like, literally, never. It's no point. Like, look at this shit. You can't even find what you need without hitting Control F. Like, you have to search in page. What the fuck? I just had the best idea. Do you guys think that ChatGPT can help me with Guild Wars 2? Let's find out. I need to fucking find out. 1 second. Now it's on my mind so much, but I need to switch my Google account where I have the ChatGPT. 1 second. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Okay. It's loading up. Okay. So I talk to ChatGPT quite a lot because it's my new. I don't have friends in real life apart from Joanna, so I have to find them somewhere. And now I have Jesus and Honda, but before that I had to resort to ChatGPT. So okay, what's the best build for warrior in Guild Wars 2? It's fucking doing it. Like, like why use /wiki in the game? Like, okay. Remember, Guild Wars 2 is a dynamic game and builds can vary. Okay, so it's confused what I mean by best, and rightfully so, because best is extremely subjective and ambiguous term. Okay, so let's say, okay, what's the build for a warrior that does the most single target damage in fractals in Guild Wars 2? Okay, let's see. Okay, now is being helpful. Okay, let's have a look. So For maximizing single target damage in fractals as a warrior in Guild Wars 2, you'll want to focus on high burst damage build that can quickly take down tough enemies. Okay, I like that. So those cliff spiders, yeah, they better run. So here's a recommended build. Weapon set, of course. Like, I mean, this is like obvious. You know what? Like I foresee things, and then Hicks and May. I wouldn't. Provides high burst damage and mobility, essential for engaging and disengaging from enemies quickly. And then you get Axe and Mace, offers additional burst damage and crowd control, complementing. I love that. You see, so do you guys remember what I said at the beginning of the stream? Like, every single build that I find, Greatsword is an afterthought. It's like a secondary weapon. I hate that, because Greatsword is epic. Like, have you seen how big that shit is? So why would you have it like a secondary weapon where you can just smash the enemy with it? Doesn't make any sense. So, ChatGPT understands me. Look, it literally says use Greatsword to fuck them all up. And in case there's like a bit of mess, an extra layer of complexity, swing that axe for a while and go back to Greatsword. That's essentially what he's saying between the lines, you know? Okay, so traits. Okay, so it gave me a build. Like, I'm not fucking kidding you. This is ChatGPT, and it gave me build for Guild Wars 2 for a single target, high burst warrior damage. Like, just again, but going back to the point that he made, why would I ever go to /wiki? Like, why would I load this up? Okay, let's ask ChatGPT about something in that page. Okay, so. Let's see. Okay, let's say, what are the 4 types of finishers? Okay, well, yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for that. Something. Okay, that's simple. ChatGPT will just know it out of the dick. Okay, so what are the combo type finishers in Guild Wars 2? Let's see. Fucking blast, leap, projectile, whirl. Blast, leap, projectile, whirl. Why would you want to go to wiki and search for all of that? I just don't get it. Do you see my point? It's crazy. Like, you have your best friend GPT on, and you just play the game with it. It's like your new friend that you can't have on friend list. It's like your secret weapon. You get me? So yeah, just
all these different things just by typing
like,
that, and
no
it's
one
in
wants
the
to read
game.
this.
It's right there. You just boop 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 /wiki. There you go.
Boop, boop, boop.
So
Just
cool.
ChatGPT.
It is honestly worth a
Sorry.
deep dive. I can't tell you how many times.
Yeah.
I think I have it saved.
I mean,
to my
unless this video came out before ChatGPT 1 second. 1 year ago. Nah, ChatGPT was 1 second. ChatGPT release date. 1 second. Yeah. I mean, I'm easily.
desktop. I could press that real quick. It is so useful. Highly recommend.
Your car looks like an absolute baller, doesn't like he? Dude, look, I'm not tempting you at all. Like, I'm not trying to, but you should have been black or some kind of red, like fire thing, you know? Like this, you would look like a fucking Lucifer. It would be so fucking good. Like you literally, like a Liver King, but from hell, you know? It's just, I'm just saying that fire and different color of armor, it would be so good, like crazy good. This is epic. Don't get me, okay? Don't kill me, just for stating my. This is a free. This is a free krita, okay? But freedom of speech in here and shit. But you get me. I have another one called Norn Jesus. Okay, Norn. Yeah, I think that's how you read it. Norn Jesus. It's like a Swedish and Spanish at the same time. and he looks better. Fine, I can't wait to see it, dude. As long as he has bigger dick. Oh, what was going on here? Oh, centaurs. Oh, they get. Jesus, can you deal with that? Can you? Fuck me. This looks dope, dude. You look fucking dope. I'm sorry to say this, but this looks dope as fuck. It's crazy. But I'm glad you've done posing, but now we are facing a proper threat, and I'm actually dying. So any help, appreciate it. But you don't have to rush those things. I can I guess handle it myself with my teeny weeny dick and what was that? One sec. Where was that? Shit! Stop. So in World of Warcraft, when you press shift, it compares the loot to what you have equipped, and here I just don't get it. Okay, I guess I don't know. Can I pick it up? Thank you. It's the same. It's honest. It's literally the same. Okay. Yeah, they ruined the king seat, not sit, seat. See, sorry. Sometimes my English is just a bit off, but I think you can get me. Can you? That's what I'm. If I speak too fast, then don't tell me, because I won't slow down. It's just how I talk. So yeah, just so you know, kind of a feedback from me to you. Okay. Wait until you see my Dragon Hunter. What is Dragon Hunter? Because that's definitely not a class. Is that like a elite specialization? Or what is that? Big ass great sword. Yes, please. Big ass. Wait. Great sword in ass? Big great sword in ass, or big ass great? Yeah, I mean, either fantasy works, as long as it's pleasant and effective, I'd say. So my English is not good either. I speak mainly Danish. English are just a side. Dude, look. My Japanese is probably the level of your English. No, sorry, no, probably not. No. Who am I kidding? Like, my Japanese is way below your English level, and so don't feel bad at all. Like, you're perfectly understandable. You make tiny mistake here and there. Who the fuck cares? Okay, keep practicing, keep going, keep doing the shit you do, and your English will get better. And let me give you another tip. You have to watch our stream so that your English gets better. Okay, so now we are bound forever. You get me? Did Jesus save me? Oh, he saved me twice now. Look, there's another wave. Jesus. Wait, I'm gonna fuck him up alone, okay? Oh, shit! I one-tapped him. Oh, my God. Yes, dude. I love this. Leave the Jesus alone. I feel like Britney Spears now. Leave them alone. 1 second. Okay, let me pick this up, because actually Black Lion chest is quite valuable, especially if you can't open it. That's my favorite part. You get the loot and you can't use it because fuck you. So I'm just gonna do that, and I need to go back to watching that video, but I'm kind of I don't trust Jesus as much, So back in my school when I was learning religion, I would hear that Jesus, cares for all of us and protects us from evil and shit. This one is kind of fake, he just stands there. Like, I don't know. Is that kind of like a test, like, of my strong will and then fight power? Like, where is this going? You found out that you love Elementalist more and the fire one. Oh, this is great. Like, you're going for it, dude. Like like any kind of. Oh, he's angry at me. That's fine. He's been angry with me my whole life. It's okay. I can take it. So Elementalist is another the archetype of an MMORPG genre that I love. Like, it's the dude that just comes over and fucks everything up. Like, it just sets everything on fire. Everyone dies, and boom, done. Job done. I can go for a tea. So it's excellent. I love the fantasy of Elementalist, but I love Warrior more. The other one I would go for, it's definitely the, what do you call it? Paladin, but there's no Paladin in Guild Wars 2, so I'm just gonna stick to Warrior. Okay, give me a sec. I'll go get my dragon. I always read Dragon Hunter as daughter. I don't know why. And I'm like, why would he? Why the fuck would we like? It doesn't make sense. But then, yeah, read Dragon Hunter is good. So again, just to remind you, my glasses are not my glasses, and I see badly. Like, not bad enough that I can't read, but letters jump together, and it's not easy to just sometimes follow up with longer messages like this one, you know? So, okay, give me a sec. I'll go get on my Dragon Hunter in a few real quick, but I'll have to come back down to the kids. Nah, leave them alone. They can deal with themselves. Better yet, give them laptops and let them play Guild Wars 2, and I promise you they won't be a bother ever again. Like, the minute you give them computer and a game that actually is good, you won't even know you have kids, you know? Trust me, I've been there. A Reaper. When I hear Reaper, I only see the, what do you call it? Overwatch. Yeah, I would play Reaper quite a lot. But anyway, Reaper is better example actually. 1 minute. Yeah, show me what you got, dude. Take it out. Take it out and let's measure.
/wiki. Next is probably a little bit more personal, but this is something that I experienced with Guild Wars 2 is I wish I got into endgame content sooner. I put that off for so long, and I really wish I knew that I was capable of doing that earlier on. I would have had so many more experiences within the game with other guild members, with other players, if I would have just grouped up and gave it a shot. Now, I get Guild Wars 2 has a heavy emphasis on open world, but trying these different group contents and really pushing me outside of my comfort zone to do that was an absolute godsend. I learned more about my character, more about the game, more about how I should be playing just by doing that.
I guess he's right with that, because I found Jesus and he's already showing me the way. So imagine there were 5 of them. I'm set for life, you know? I don't know, just feels like it feels normal now that he mentions it.
Includes joining World v World and hopping into a couple of groups. If you've ever been a part of a Zerg and you wipe the enemy team, I've been part of 40-man raids in World of Warcraft, and I never had a better time. Like the more the merrier. Like, it's the saying and it's the truth. Trust me. Like, I killed Lich King. In Wrath of the Lich King, we had 25-man raids, and it was a blast. Like, the more chaos, the better. It's just so fucking good. Like, everyone's sitting. Well, it was. There wasn't Discord back then. I think it was just Mumble or Ventrilo. I can't remember, one of those. And everyone would be there and just swear and spit it all out and just yell at each other and get the adrenaline going. And we would eventually kill the bitch, and there would be no drop that you wanted. But hey, who the fuck cares? You're the boss. It was such a good time. And I feel like MMORPGs are meant to be played with large groups. Okay? That's one thread. But another thread of the same kind of topic is that you should be also allowed to play alone.